Hey guys, it's Johnny here. Welcome to Pop Talk, our weekly Funko news show. And boy, do we have some big news for you this week. Finally, we have got the Avengers Infinity War full Funko lineup. So let's go.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.
Okay, so first up, before we jump straight into this and tell you everything that's been announced, I just want to say, I know there's been a massive gap between the last Pop Talk, which is literally the very first week of the year, and this one. Went through a house move. As you can see, the place looks a little bit different than the very first episode of Pop Talk. If you have stuck around since that first episode, I really do appreciate that. If you haven't, please click the subscribe button because I want to do more of this coming up in the future. So, without further ado, let's jump into this Pop Talk with the Infinity War stuff. So first up, the main thing that we had was a huge announcement of Pops. But we also had a couple of Pop t-shirts. They kind of look quite nice. I think one was a Spider-Man, one was an Iron Man. They look quite nice. We had some plushies that were announced. I think we had Thanos, Groot, Iron Spider, and there was a really funky looking Hulkbuster. I'm actually not personally keen on that Hulkbuster one myself, but I'm not really much of a plushie kind of collector guy, so it's not really much for me anyways. Then we had mystery minis. Now it looks like they're going all out with mystery minis. There's a ton of them. There's different exclusives. I'll put all the pictures up so you can see them. Some of these mystery minis look really nice. I really want to see if I can get my hands on a full crate of these and do a full mystery mini Infinity War unboxing. I think that would just be so cool. And I love those little guys and I want to have like a full lineup. Just have them all rallied along the front there or above, just underneath Hulk up there. I think that would be really smart looking. Then we've got Dorbz. Now we've had 9 Dorbz announced by them. Now that's quite a big amount of Dorbz for... I mean, Dorbz don't really get a massive lineup. You get normally 2 or 3 announced and then we kind of just phase off and then they bring in other waves afterwards. We had 9. That's ridiculous. So we had Spider-Man, Thor, Cull Obsidian, Thanos, Corvus Glaive, Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight, and Iron Man. Now it looks like we've got all of Thanos and the Black Order there, and a couple of the key characters. So clearly, what I can tell from this is that Thor is going to be a big part of this film, Spider-Man's a big part of this film, and Iron Man's going to be a big part of the film. Because these guys seem to rear their heads all the time with the keychains that they've got coming as well. They have Iron Spider, I think they had Thanos, Hulkbuster, and it was either Thor or it was an Iron Man. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I didn't really pay a great deal of attention to those keychains because the main thing is the Pops. Now we've got a bucket ton of Pops announced. And bear in mind that this is the first wave. They will do more. There is going to be more characters. Because in this wave, we still don't have, like, Black Panther. We don't have Hulk. We don't have, I don't know, Winter Soldier. There's a lot of things we don't have yet. So I'm really hoping that they continue this lineup. So what we got is we have got Iron Spider. We got Iron Man. We got Thor, which, fun enough, he has no eye patch. In everything I've seen to do with Infinity Wars, he's got that eye patch where he's had that eye busted open. But that's not there. So I'm hoping that's something that kind of gets shed a light on during the film as to why he no longer has the eye patch. Maybe that's like his final look. Obviously, we had Captain America. Another one that's interesting with Captain America is he is not holding any shield at all. He doesn't have the sort of forearm stuff that he got from Wakanda. And he doesn't have his original Captain America shield at all. Then we got basically, again, all of the Black Order, minus Cull Obsidian, because he is a Walgreens exclusive. We got Thanos, we got Corvus Glaive, we've also got Black Widow, I missed that one out of the list, Ebony Maw, Proxima Midnight, we had a Groot. Groot seems to, again, pop up again a couple of times in this, but I think a lot of that just comes to the fact that Groot sells toys. So I'm not holding out hope that Groot is going to be some big player because, you know, he's like a teenager, he's not fully grown, big, powerful, badass Groot from the first Guardians of the Galaxy. But he's not tiny baby Groot, clickbait baby Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Then we had a bunch of exclusives, and we've also had some oversized pops. We have a 6-inch Hulkbuster. which is our first Hulkbuster that is actually like a regular pop. Like you can go into any store and hopefully you'll be able to find it. The first Hulkbuster, if I remember rightly, from Age of Ultron was I think it was a Marvel Collector Core exclusive. So the fact that this one is readily available for anybody is really good for those who didn't manage to get a Hulkbuster from the Collector Core. Because I didn't get Hulkbuster from the Collector Core because the Collector Core wasn't shipping to the UK at the time. So I missed out on that one. So I'm definitely going to be picking up this Hulkbuster. And we've had a 10-inch exclusive to Target Thanos. Now, if you remember the issue with the Hulk, Gladiator Hulk from Thor Ragnarok, they did a 10-inch version of that. But you found that the hammer head fell off on the hammer because it was this massive, massive piece that was attached to this small hammer shaft. And that kept falling off. Doesn't look like with this one you can end up having to worry about that at all. Because it's just a regular pop with Thanos holding the Infinity Gauntlet up like that. Nothing really is going to break off on that. So you should be able to get that one fairly easily with no trouble at all. Then we also had, let me get my list again. We have a unmasked Iron Spider. That is a box lunch exclusive. We have a Hot Topic Vision. Now, it's the only place you're going to be able to get Vision. Really nice looking pop. He's kind of in this like mid-floating kind of way with his like new purple cape, which I think looks really nice. It's a really nice looking one if you can get your hands on that. That is Hot Topic only. There is a Toys R Us Groot where he's like playing his video game console. Now, that one, you're probably going to want to go out and get that very quickly because as we all know, Toys R Us is going downhill. A lot of stores are being shut down. So if you want that one, get out to your nearest Toys R Us if they're still open and see if you can find it, because all these pops and basically pretty much everything that I've just announced here is basically out now. Like, stores have been getting it for the last couple of weeks. It's been kind of teased online. Spoilers and like early reveals have come out online before Funko's official release, and that was this week. It was a couple of days ago this week. But people are now being able to go and buy them. I think people were actually able to buy them like a couple of weeks ago because I think some stores are actually putting them out way before they were supposed to. So we've kind of known about these pops for a little while, but it's really cool to get this officially announced now. Now there is another Walmart exclusive Thanos. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet. It looks like he's creating like some portal or some energy wave. Kind of looks okay, but it's not really one for me. I'm not massively bothered by that one. If I'm going to get any, I'll probably just get the standard Thanos. We have a FYE exclusive Unmasked Iron Man. And we also have an Asia exclusive glow-in-the-dark Thor. Now, when it says Asia exclusive, I don't know if this is like an Asia toy company, whether this literally means you will only be able to get it in Asia. I'm not familiar with this type of exclusive before, but I get the feeling this is literally region specific. But if you can get your hands on it, it does look like it's quite cool. Again, no eye patch, glow-in-the-dark eyes by the looks of it. Quite a nice looking figure. I think he's got glow-in-the-dark hands as well. So if you can get your hands on any of this stuff, it's really cool. So, that was a lot of Iron Man. That was a lot of Hulkbuster. That's a lot of Thanos. There's just a lot of stuff that's been announced altogether. Now, actually, for me, I don't like the Iron Man. My personal opinion on the Iron Man, I don't like it at all. But that's not come down to the pop. That comes down to I don't like how they've made Iron Man look in this film. Iron Man can already fly, so why has he got these wings on his back? I don't know. Hopefully it gets explained, and hopefully I actually like it once it gets explained. But at the moment, I don't like how it looks. And also, he has this weird, like, his hand completely morphs into a cannon. Now, I'm not massively up on my Iron Man comic books. I kind of just watch the movies at this current moment because my local comic book shop is like miles and miles away, and I'm too lazy to make the journey. But I don't know what's going on with this Iron Man suit, whether this takes any kind of inspiration from any of the comics. But I definitely think there's some amazing looking figures in there. If you're a big like Marvel collector, then you're probably going to go broke because there's a lot of stuff for you to collect here. If you're just sticking to the pops alone, you're going to be well into the $150 to $200 range just for some of these. Dorbz as well. If you want to collect the Dorbz, that's another sort of $90 on top of that, depending on how much they charge for Dorbz. Here in the UK, they're about £9. So what probably works out about $12, something like that maybe. So yeah, there's a whole ton of stuff coming out, and Infinity Wars is hitting in the cinemas, hitting theaters April 27th. It got moved up a week thanks to some like back and forth between Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel themselves. They finally announced that Infinity Wars is coming April 27th. So make sure you can get all of your Infinity Wars merch before that film drops, because I tell you guys, this is going to be a big one, and expect Wave 2 of the Dorbz, Wave 2 of Pops, a ton more exclusives. There's a load more that's going to get announced the closer we get to this film and after it. So that's all we've got time for today on Pop Talk. It's our weekly Funko news show. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.